Hi there, welcome back to our series here reviewing all things planners. If you have not been catching up with all of the planners that I've reviewed here, please make sure that you go back and do that. Today, I'm really excited to take a deep dive into the Law of Attraction Planner. Now, this is one of many planners that are offered by the company Freedom Mastery. I was targeted for ads on this, as happens when I spend a lot of time searching and researching planners. And this one definitely caught my eye as one that I felt we definitely need to take a deep dive on and review here. So first, I just want to share with you kind of my take on who this planner is designed for, the targeting of it, etc. Given that it is called a Law of Attraction Planner, by default, it is definitely going to attract, some of you may be familiar with the phrase of, more the woo-woo type of person. So male, female, doesn't matter. And I was drawn to this because I definitely believe in the power of manifestation, etc. So I feel like this planner really is targeting folks that are really thinking about the life that they want to live, drawing in, focusing on goals, etc. Now, there are lots of different covers. I happen to pick this one. I'm going to go ahead and take this tab off so you can see it. I'm always interested in all things related to astronomy, so I liked the cover of this one. And when you go to the actual website, you'll notice that there are multiple planners from Freedom Mastery. So yes, they have lots of different planners. The Law of Attraction in particular really just comes with the core differences of what cover that you want to use and whether you want it dated or undated. They did offer a 90-day version of it. I did not look at that. So the one that we're going to be looking at here is the 12-month undated planner. All right, there is a lot to unpack here in this planner. So first I'm going to give you an overview of what's in here. Then we're going to take the deep dive into each one of the sections. So when I talk about the fact that there's a lot to unpack in the planner, it's really all in the upfront section. So when you open up your Law of Attraction planner, first it's got some nice positive quotes, etc. There's a bunch of pages up front before we dive into the actual monthly and weekly. All right, so we'll take a deep dive on that in a minute, but just to let you know, there's an entire roadmap of the Law of Attraction. I love the fact that this comes with lots of instructions and references. And then the whole front section is going to take you on a journey of answering a ton of questions all around how to empower your day, what are your energy levels, creating a mission and vision statement, creating harmony, which of course speaks to me, lots of mind map work, goal setting work, listing out your journey, creating a life statement. So there's a ton of stuff up front. Again, we'll break this down into more detail here in just a bit. Then it gets to the rest of the planner, which comes with a monthly layout at the start of each month. Again, this is the undated one. And then within each month, it breaks down the weekly layouts. So it's going to do that for 12 months. Then at the end of the planner, there is a section for notes, and there's a really cool world map in here and a pocket page. Now, what's interesting is inside of the pocket page is the Law of Attraction secrets, 8 proven steps to manifesting your dream life. So let's take a step back now, and we're going to take a deep dive into each of those sections that I just walked you through. All right, so first, let's start with the Law of Attraction secrets. I wish that this had been tucked in up front because I almost didn't even see this. And what's amazing with this booklet is that it actually gives you step-by-step instructions for absolutely every single page in the planner. I will say it is tiny print. It is very hard to read. But you will see in here that there are lots of links where you can actually go online. They cover free gifts, instructions, etc. Anytime a planner comes with material that teaches the user how to make the most out of the planner, that makes my heart very happy. That tells me that there was a lot of thought, very intentional thought, put into every single aspect of the planner, which means that the creator of the planner has a system that they like to lean on. Remember, a planner by itself is not going to help you get more organized. It's having the systems in place to do so. So big thumbs up for the introduction and the fact that it covers step-by-step instructions on how to use the planner. Now, let's go ahead and look at, and the instructions really are covering the whole first part of this. Now, I am not going to be able to break down every single upfront kind of visioning, planning, dreaming page because it is a lot. But I do want to share with you kind of what the law of attraction roadmap is that this process follows. Step 1 is awareness and self-discovery, finding your life purpose, then making a mission and vision statement, then setting big goals, then creating a vision board and life statement, then making a clear strategy, super important. Number 6, take action. That's when we get into our monthly and weekly planning. Number 7, feel good and manifest fast. And then 8, reflect and celebrate. Now, this is a very common approach that I see when it comes to planning systems. And this is definitely following what I call a top-down approach versus a bottom-up approach to planning, meaning we are starting off with covering what are our goals? What do we want out of life? What are all the things that we're going to do, right? And then it does a great job of taking you step by step on how do we break this down, right? What's our action plan going to be to get there? And then we jump into our monthly and weekly planning. Now, the reason why I hesitate when I see systems like this is if you are somebody today who is feeling very overwhelmed and discombobulated with your day-to-day life, meaning you are barely making it through every day, feeling the burden of your roles and responsibilities. This is going to be incredibly overwhelming to you. So if this is a planner that you're looking at, I would say if you are somebody that already feels like you have your daily life under control, you're not always overwhelmed, you're not feeling like you're always running behind, this is going to be a really powerful journey for you to go through. If you need to get out of the weeds and do more of a bottom-up approach, I would not recommend starting with this planner. It will be incredibly overwhelming. Even though it's got all the instructions again, if you are feeling overwhelmed by day-to-day life, this is going to feel daunting to you. Now, again, if you're someone that's already going, you know what, I've got things pretty well under control, I see a lot of similarities in this law of attraction roadmap when I combine what I teach inside of my top program along with my more annual planning. If you've attended my annual Planapalooza, you know that's where we do a lot of kind of dreaming, visioning, goal setting, etc. But we don't do that until we've gotten our day-to-day life under control, which we tackle inside the top program. All right, so again, lots of great things to think about. The front section of this planner is not something you would sit down and knock out in an hour. This would be a journey that you would need to go on for several weeks, I believe, to do it well. You know, for instance, they've got a bunch of, go find the page I was looking for here, awareness and self-discovery, creating a mission and vision statement. That's not something we do lightly. Now, I did want to bring up this page, goal setting. This has a space for setting 50 goals in all areas of your life. 50. I feel like this is going to be creating, I can't remember the last time I mapped out 50 goals to do in a given year, right? I think this is gonna, again, possibly lead to some overwhelm, and then lots of work on mind maps. They do have some instructions on it, but if you're new to mind maps, that might feel a little awkward to you as well. And then again, pages and pages for writing down your goals and gratitude statements. So a lot of good self-discovery work up here for kind of this pre-work. It's good stuff, but again, you've got to get out of overwhelm first before you can tackle these. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the meat of it, which is what I'm always most interested in, which is the actual layouts of the monthly and weekly pages. So here you can see what the Undated monthly layout looks like. The grids themselves, again, pretty standard, right? But not a lot of room for actual writing down current commitments, obligations. Almost half the page at the bottom is a place for you to do mind maps, do project flow charts, write down your 3 goals for the month, your action steps, etc. So I feel like there's too much down here and not enough room for the actual month itself. And then when we get into the weekly layout, which is always to me the most important part of any planner, here's what I love about it. It does have the columns. It's got timestamps starting from 5 in the morning to 10 at night, broken up in 30-minute chunks, which I think is fantastic. And it's got, a space to track daily habit like drinking water. Now, one of the things that's interesting with this is a planner that falls into the top 3 priorities per day. I've shared my thoughts on that on other planner reviews. While the intent behind it, I think, is always great, I know as a time management expert, there are days intentionally in my life where it's not here's a day with top 3 priorities kind of a day. And there are other days where maybe there are more, right? And so the space down here to capture any of those lower level tasks that aren't the priorities that fit up here is pretty small. So I know from a corporate perspective, this would work well. From a integrating in my life, when I think about all my roles and responsibilities around home and work and all that goes with it and running my own business, this would not cover enough space for me to capture all the things that I actually am juggling in a given week. But it's very clean, very easy to use, very nice to follow. Now, when you get to the end of a month, I do love that at the end of every month, it has a reflect on your month. I think this is so important, and I really like what they've got here. Celebrating my top 10 achievements. What did I learn? What were some mental blocks or feels? So they walk you through a lot of really nice questions as you reflect on the end of your month, which I think is so important to give us that space to think about, what do I want to keep? What do I want to change? What do I want to celebrate, etc. So I think that this is a fantastic reflection process. Then the planner just repeats itself all the way to the end, where you have a whole chunk of notes pages here. I liked this fun insert at the end of top 20 places I love to visit. And then again, this is where it had that tucked in instruction book way back here. Now the planner does come with 2 of the bookmark things here, which you're definitely going to need. And the one thing that I found challenging around the monthly part is there aren't tabs. And so I know I'm always needing to find my monthly pages very quickly. Now that said, the planner also comes with a lot of stickers. I love stickers. So it actually came with 2022 calendar stickers and 2023 calendar stickers. So the way these stickers work, I was struggling to figure out how, because it's the sticker itself is the calendar, and then it does have a little tab. So this means that you can, when you go into your monthly page, my assumption was that maybe the sticker goes here, or maybe I put it at the start of the page. Again, where exactly I was supposed to put that sticker, I was confused. And then with the tab sticking out, the only way I could easily move from month to month would be to put the stickers further down in each page for each month, or else they're just going to lay right on top of each other. So I think that would be a little confusing. My recommendation would be anytime you're doing an undated planner, you can at least have at your monthly pages a tab sticking out that you could write on or add a sticker to. So that's kind of the lay of the land of what's going on inside the Law of Attraction Planner. All right, so now let's take a step back and kind of give a review. Do I recommend it? Do I not? Who do I think that this would be a good planner for? So as a planning junkie, I'm not going to lie, I am very drawn to this planner. I think it does a very thoughtful job of combining strategic long-term visioning planning and then giving you the format to take all that upfront work and actually build it into your monthly and weekly plans. I also do love the fact that it does come with other stickers, not just the calendar ones, but there's some fun little inspirational stickers that come with that. I always love a planner that comes with stickers. I like the pocket page. The 2 bookmarks is nice. It's very durable. It's very easy to write on. Now, I will tell you this. Knowing the majority of the women that I work with, I would recommend this planner with a word of caution. If you are somebody who is already feeling a little overwhelmed, if you already have a planner graveyard, meaning you've been trying to find the planner that's going to help you get out of overwhelm, this is not a planner I would recommend for you. I believe that, again, you will look at it, it will be too overwhelming out of the gate, and it's going to end up joining the rest of the planners in your planner graveyard. Now, if you already have your daily, weekly, and monthly planning processes operating like a well-oiled machine. You wake up every day knowing what you're going to do, how you're going to do it. You've got a process in place for how to pivot when life throws you a curveball. So if your daily life is one that you feel like you've got good control over, this would be an interesting planner for you to check out, especially if you have never taken the time to do that kind of thoughtful work around what are your core values? What is my mission statement in life? If you've been to my annual planning event, it's those kinds of activities that I think are really powerful that this planner does a very nice job of upfront. Just from true pragmatic using it day to day, the fact it doesn't have the monthly tabs would drive me nuts personally because I am going to those all the time. And it is not easy to get it to really lay flat. I mean, obviously it can, but that's where sometimes I like the 3-ring binder job as well. But for a bound paper planner, again, I'm not going to ding it on that because it can absolutely work there. So I hope you've enjoyed this review of the Law of Attraction Planner, and stay tuned and keep up with me here on this playlist as we continue on our planner review journey. Now, if you would like some more information on how I stay organized with all the crazy things that I juggle, I want to make sure that you come check out my free training that I've got, how to plan, manage, and organize your life even with a crazy and unpredictable schedule. Now, that training is not talking about any one particular planner, but it's going to have you thinking about how you plan and manage your time differently. So head over to megansumrell.com/free training.